I need bromoalkanes to make some Grignard reagents, and today I'm going to be making bromopropane, specifically 1-bromopropane. It's pretty easy, and I'll just get straight into it. I start by dissolving 40 grams of sodium bromide in 30 milliliters of water. Not all the sodium bromide is going to dissolve, so it's completely normal that there's going to be some sodium bromide left undissolved. I then also add 22 milliliters of N-propanol. I then get the flask on a stir plate and put it in an ice bath. I then let it stir in the ice bath for a few minutes to make it fully cool down. Then, using an addition funnel, I slowly drip in 30 milliliters of concentrated sulfuric acid. It's important to add it dropwise, slowly, and keeping the reaction mixture cool. Once all the sulfuric acid was added, I add a stopper and a condenser, and reflux the mixture for 1 hour. I turn on the hot plate and start heating the water bath. Not long after, the mixture starts boiling. Earlier, when we mixed the sodium bromide with the sulfuric acid, they react to form hydrobromic acid and sodium bisulfate. The sodium bisulfate is a side product, and the active reagent is the hydrobromic acid. This hydrobromic acid that we formed then reacts with one molecule of N-propanol to form bromopropane and water. The reaction going on is known as an SN2 nucleophilic substitution. The alcohol's hydroxyl group is then protonated, turning into water and being popped off the molecule. Then a bromide ion attacks the new intermediate, forming 1-bromopropane. To be more specific, the removal of water from the protonated alcohol and the bromination happen at the exact same time. 1-propanol, being a primary alcohol, isn't able to form carbocations, since they would be extremely unstable. So, to be more specific, what happens is the bromide ion replaces the water molecule. It's just more understandable on paper if you write out the carbocation as well. After an hour of refluxing, I assemble a distillation apparatus to distill off the bromopropane. 1-bromopropane boils at around 70 degrees Celsius. However, some stuff came over at 38 degrees and 45 degrees. I'm pretty sure that the 38 degrees one was bromoethane due to small amount of ethanol contamination in my propanol. Anyways, I collect everything below 95°C to make sure I got most of the organic stuff without getting much water. Once the temperature rises above that, I stop heating and take a look at my product. It's still heavily contaminated with small amounts of water and other bromoalkanes, so first I pour it all into a separatory funnel. I also wash the flask with some water and add that to the separatory funnel as well. Water and bromopropane don't mix, so they're going to form separate layers. I take the funnel off the stand and shake it around a bit to get everything to mix. The water should wash away most of the acids. I then let the layers separate and collect the lower bromopropane layer. The water was then drained into a waste bucket. I then add the bromopropane back to the separatory funnel, along with some saturated sodium bicarbonate solution. Saturated sodium bicarbonate solution will help get rid of any remaining acids. I shake that around as well to get it to fully mix, and then I drain away the bromopropane again. The aqueous layer was also added to the waste bucket. I then do one final washing to the bromopropane with saturated sodium chloride solution to dry it. I then drained the bromopropane layer into a clean round bottom flask. I also added some anhydrous calcium chloride to help dry it even further. I now distill the bromopropane again and collect the fraction boiling at around 70 degrees Celsius, discarding everything below 65, which contains most of the other side products. Once the temperature goes past 65, I swap out the vial and start collecting the pure bromopropane. I distill to dryness until all that's left in the flask is the calcium chloride. I then let everything cool down and close the vial. The final yield of bromopropane was 16 grams, which is a 44% yield. This yield is absolutely horrible for this kind of reaction, and I've seen online it typically yields around over 90%. I don't know what went wrong, and if you have any idea, please let me know in the comments. Anyways, in one of my next videos, I'm going to use the bromopropane in a Grignard reaction to make butyric acid, and to probably make some tertiary alcohol.